welcome back to my channel. For anyone new here, my name is Alana, and in today's video I am going to give you 5 amazing tips to show you how to utilize the smoothing brush on the Dyson Airwrap. I'm also going to be telling you the actual difference between the two smoothing brushes, because I know that a lot of people get a little bit confused and I feel like there's a lot of misconceptions out there about the difference between them. I also feel like the smoothing brushes is an attachment in the Dyson Airwrap that a lot of people struggle to get the hang of. They struggle to utilize it to its full potential so that it works for their hair. I did actually release a video a few months ago showing people how to use the smoothing brushes. That has been a massive hit because I know that I personally, whenever I was trying to look for videos on YouTube to show me how to use the smoothing brushes, I just couldn't really find any that suited my hair type. I kept seeing girls posting videos that had naturally straight flyaway hair and they were using the smoothing brushes and their hair looked perfectly straight, but that's because regardless of whether or not they were using the smoothing brushes, their hair would have dried straight anyway. Whereas I naturally have frizzy, curly, weavy hair, so I spent quite a while experimenting with the smoothing brushes and figuring out the best way to utilize it. And like I said, I'm going to share that with you guys in this video. So before we get started, I feel like I need to address my own hair right now. I do feel like a little bit of a fraud making a video that's about hair, so I feel like I should have perfect looking hair, but I am actually in the middle of hair training so that I don't have to wash my hair as regular. I do usually only wash my hair once a week, and I spent months training my hair to get to that point, but I now kind of want to get to the point where I wash it maybe every 2 weeks. Right now I'm at day 10. It is slightly greasy at the roots, it's not too bad. I am in the middle of creating a hair training course for you guys, so it's basically just going to be a step-by-step of how I train my hair to go from washing it every other day to once a week. That will be getting released very soon. I have a mailing list sign up in the description if you want to sign up so that you can be the first to hear about it. It's free to sign up to the mailing list. All you need to do is just enter your name and your email address and I will keep you up to date on that. I also do have a Dyson Airwrap course coming out very soon. It's going to be a step-by-step guide to show you how to fully use your Dyson Airwrap, every attachment on there. It's quite a process to make because I'm having to record all these individual videos, but I'm absolutely loving making it and I'm so excited to release it to you guys. You're gonna absolutely love it. There's so much useful stuff in there, and if you sign up to my mailing list, I will keep you up to date on when that's going to be released. Enough blabbering from me, let's get started. Okay, so guys, the first thing I'm going to talk about is the difference between these two smoothing brushes. So you get one with pink bobbles, although obviously depending on the color of your Airwrap, it may be a different color. If you have the blue, I think the bobbles are blue. If you have the red one, the bobbles are going to be red, but obviously mine's pink to match the color of my Airwrap. This smoothing brush that has the bobbles on it, it is the soft smoothing brush. Really, the main purpose of this is to help create volume whenever you're straightening and smoothing out your hair. So this one is really good for volume. Whereas this one that does not have the bobbles, which is the firm smoothing brush, this one is to flatten and straighten your hair. So this is kind of meant to replicate like what a flat iron would do. So it's meant to get your hair super straight. Whereas you're supposed to use this one to help create some volume while straightening your hair. Which brings me on to my first tip, which is you need to make sure you're utilizing the correct smoothing brush in order to get the result that you want. So if you have a similar hair type to me, you have curly, wavy, frizzy hair, this is the one you want to use to straighten your hair. If you have quite flyaway hair, it's naturally quite straight, this is the one you want to use because you do not need to get that poker straight look because your hair is already straight. What you'll probably want is some volume whilst you're straightening it out. So this is the one that you want to use. You want to use the soft smoothing brush. Also, what I will do quite a lot of the time is if it's like day 2, 3, 4, and if my hair is looking a little bit flat because I've been sleeping on it, I will put on this smoothing brush and go over with this to create a little bit of volume and just to get a little bit more fluff in it, because I don't need to use this one because it's already straight. So I hope that makes sense. Basically, if you need your hair poker straight, you want to use this one. If your hair is already quite straight and you just want some volume, you want to smooth it out, keep it straight, use this one. So the next tip is you want to make sure you are utilizing a good pre-styling product. And again, this is just going to be all down to your hair type. For example, like me, I have quite frizzy hair, so I know I need to use pre-styling products that are going to help control that frizz. I'm going to list them in the description, pre-styling products that I like to use. But again, it's up to you to experiment and research what products are going to work best for your hair. Because one of the big things I hear about using these smoothing brushes is a lot of people still say that their hair is quite frizzy. And as someone who has really frizzy hair, I can tell you that whenever I use this correctly, my hair is not frizzy. And whenever I use the correct pre-styling products, my hair is not frizzy. So work out what pre-styling products are going to work for you, work out your hair type, and get pre-styling products that are going to suit that. Again, if you have quite thin hair, you don't really need to worry about frizz, but you want to straighten out your hair, but you still want to look full and voluminous, then you maybe want to use a blow dry cream that's going to help with volume. If you have curly frizzy hair, like I said, you want to use a pre-styling product that's going to help control that frizz. I also want to use a shampoo and conditioner that has keratin in it that helps just straighten out that hair a little bit more, so it will complement whenever you're using the smoothing brushes. Okay, so tip number 3, and guys, this is honestly the most vital, life-changing tip that you can have with using the smoothing brushes. Whenever I figured this out, this literally changed the game for me. And I know that from so many people watching my smoothing brush tutorial, it has changed the game for them, and that is to create lots of tension. What I mean by tension is, I'm going to demonstrate. I'm not going to turn it on though, because obviously I want you to hear me. So you're going to get a strand of hair, and whenever you're making your way down the hair, you want to hold the hair and you want to be pulling it, and you want to really be pushing. I'm demonstrating, you want to be pushing the smoothing brush up on that strand of hair so that it's creating lots of tension, and you want to feel it, like you want to feel like you're really pushing against that hair with the smoothing brush, and you're also using your other hand to pull it, so you're creating two-way tension. That's just going to help that smoothing brush get right in there, and it's going to help just straighten out that hair. Honestly guys, if you do not create tension, your hair is not going to end up straight. I made this mistake for the first few months of having the smoothing brushes. I just felt like they were a load of crap and they didn't work, because I would just use it to straighten my hair, and my hair was still frizzy, it was still wavy, or it might straighten for like an hour but it would go kinked and frizzy again. And once I realized that I needed to create tension, honestly guys, changed the game. I no longer use my hair straightener to straighten my hair. I always use the smoothing brushes because it gets it just as straight. In fact, it makes it look even better, because sometimes whenever you use a flat iron to straighten your hair, it just makes your hair flat. Whereas whenever I use the smoothing brush to straighten my hair, there's still volume and that lovely blow dry look, which I absolutely love. So guys, my 4th tip, which I've actually kind of just shown whenever I demonstrated that, is you want to place your smoothing brush under your hair like this. You do not want to do this, because again, like, first of all, like, that's not even, like, my hair isn't even properly getting in the brush. It's literally just sitting on the surface of the brush. But whenever you do that, your hair is getting right in the brush, and it's going directly to where the heat is coming out. Also, that is just going to help with volume. It's also going to make it easier to create tension. Whenever you do that, you don't really have much maneuver to create tension. Also, by doing that, it's just going to flatten it to your head. And I don't know about you, but like personally, I do not want flat ass hair to my head. I just do not like that look. I don't really think anyone looks good with that look. You want volume, ladies. If you have naturally quite flyaway straight hair, you might be able to get away with just doing that. But for us girls with curly wavy hair, we are not getting anywhere by doing that to our hair. Okay guys, so the 5th and final tip, again, I'm going to demonstrate it. Your hair is like probably like 80% dry, and you're going to smooth it out like quite a few times to get it straight. So remember, you're going to place it under, you're going to create lots of tension. You're maybe going to do that 2-3 times. Once you feel like that's a little bit straight, you then want to do it in every direction. So then I'm going to go to the side and I'm going to maybe do that 2 times. I'm going to go to this side, I'm going to do 2 times. Then I will place it on top, but whenever I place it on top, again, I'm still having control of the hair because I want the hair to get right up into the brush, and I'm going to pull it out this way again. So I'm not doing it flat to my head to flatten it, I'm pulling it out and away. That way you're really straightening every little bit of that hair, and that's just gonna help get it even more poker straight. It's gonna help get rid of that frizz even more. It's just gonna make it look all silky and smooth. So guys, that is just some of my top tips that I wanted to share with you on using the smoothing brushes. I hope that you find them useful. If you have any tips of your own on using the smoothing brushes, please make sure you comment below and let me know, and the rest of the Dyson Airwrap community that we've built over here. All about sharing the little things that we have learned, and I love trying out any new tip. If you're watching this video, please make sure you have a quick scan of the comment section to see if anyone has left any tips that I have not discussed in this video. Also, like I mentioned, my Dyson Airwrap course and my hair training course will be getting released very soon, so if you're interested in finding out more about that, please sign up to my mailing list below. I'll have the link in the description. If you want to watch my video where I show you how I fully style my hair using the smoothing brushes, I will also link that in the description for you to check out. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more. I really appreciate every single person that watches these videos, and I love sharing all my tips and all my knowledge with you guys with everything hair and beauty related over here. So thank you so much for taking the time to watch this, and I will see you next time.